Welcome, welcome everybody. Lovely Anjana, Lokesh, great. Madhuri, Puneet, Sujata, lovely to have you. Aziz, welcome, welcome. Devki, how was your session in Blackwood Forest? Great, lovely. Sejal, so good to have you. Shanaz, how are you? All well? All children fine? Yasmin, wonderful. Stay fit. Arpita, great. Enjoy. Vishrut, all the best. Any exams? Devki, wonderful. So we're finding the morning meditations and coming together to meditate each day, awaken our complete potentials and have a wonderful day. Wish you all a great day. So today, let me welcome you to the world of self-discovery. We are going to take a journey today from south to northward and move to the two superpowers of our spiritual asset. See, so far we were working along the spinal column. Today now we move to the region of the brain, and we are able to then create a breakthrough in our consciousness. So let us see that in us, the potentials that are there are fascinating, and it's really a treasure trove waiting to be awakened. So let's travel now and locate our Agya Chakra, which is the center of forgiveness. The Agya Chakra is located in the brain region, as I said. It is right in the cross section across from your forehead at the center over here, and it lies in the optic fibers which cross over like this, and through this little opening your kundalini or your energy passes. So at the optic chiasma, which is the crossover of your left channel and the right channel, which occurs over here, there's a tiny little gap, and it is from this tiny gap which is created that your energy flows and passes through. So the center is the forehead. This nerve center is so beautiful in the sense that you could feel the vibrations when it opens up, spread all over. And so when you visit this destination, you will see a kind of silver light that comes out. And so the color of this nerve center is silver, or that bluish indigo as it is called. And to experience vibrations of this chakra, it is the ring finger on which you will be able to understand the health of your Agya Chakra. Am I clear so far? Can you hear me? Just wave out if you are getting the signal correctly. Good. Now this nerve center has beautiful qualities. But before we go to the qualities, what is the element associated with this nerve center? Yeah, Sujata's answered yes, ma. Thank you, thank you. Arpita's also answered. Good. So, it is air which is the element associated with your Agya Chakra. Alright? So, I've told you in the past the 5 elements that compose us and the subtle system. And so, the 5 elements over here happen to be the first one, which is air over here. Alright? Now, let's look at ourselves. Let's look at our lives. What have we really done with our lives? How have we jammed up or blocked this chakra completely? So to understand that, let us see first what are the qualities that reside in this chakra. As I said, the first and primary quality is forgiveness. You have to become like little children who can really be so innocent and pure and have no negative thoughts for anybody in your inner brain region, in your space, in your environment. So, forgive, forgive, forgive. Do not keep thinking about the shortcomings of others, judging others all the time, or the shortcomings of yourself. This nerve center also gets blocked when you reflect negative thoughts on yourself. So forgiveness is the key to opening up this chakra. The second is, as I said, you have to become humble, and humility is the essence of this chakra. If there is no humility and surrender at this chakra, and you feel that you are all powerful, you are everything, and it is you, you, and you, then this chakra again closes down and there is no space for the Kundalini to go through. As a result, you get suffocated. The third dimension is thought-free awareness. Now, when you move to this region, all the thoughts free you. You begin to remain in that zone of complete peace. Thoughts are not disturbing you, emotions are not disturbing you, neither are there any kind of attitudinal blocks that are coming up at this chakra. So you become completely in a state of consciousness where thoughts leave you. So that inner silence is experienced over here. Now, ego and superego, which are the two big forces that absolutely create pressure on this nerve center, prevent it from opening up, have to be handled as well. Now you see that ego comes from your thinking about the future. And as I told you, over here, the crossover happens. The right channel crosses over to the left side. And so, on this region, there is the ego swelling that happens. I am something. Oh, there's nobody like me. And you know all the different stories about yourself that you've created, of how great you are, the dimension of yourself which is so wonderful. All that creates all the blocks for you. Now, the other crossover from the left channel comes also to the area over here on the right side of your brain. And again, it creates this effect of conditioning, which is your superego. See, as soon as we become about 3 years old or so, we've been conditioned to believe, conditioned to learn things, conditioned to have rituals, and so our patterns of behavior get programmed at this stage of your life. And so, again, you are pressured to behave in a particular way. Social conditioning, expectations, you have to behave in a particular way. You have to cover your head. You have to cover your face. You have to sit in a particular way. You have to eat in a particular way. If you belong to a certain culture, the manner in which you eat, you have to use fork and spoon. And in the Indian culture, you use your fingers. So there are the pressures that are so programmed to make you into a being which is not normal, natural, and free flowing, spontaneous, and just being. So these swell up over here on top of your head like two big balloons, all right? And they are then not letting your progress and evolution happen to the highest level. So today, you have to let go this entire programming that you got through, all the beliefs, maybe right or wrong, wrong or right, whatever. We don't have to judge it. We just let go and surrender. Also, what happens in the modern times is that we've got so hooked on to our computer, to all the various screens that we are fixated with. And so, our Agya Chakra starts becoming weak. Pressures on the visual stimulation that you get from, let's say, a television or working on computers all day long, that visual stimulation also creates pressure on this very subtle energy system. Am I making sense? So, when you meditate, the chakra again gets the power and the energy, and then gains health so that you work peacefully, but you see to it that you also cleanse and clear it every day so that you do not suffer from any kind of major problems. So, vision and eyes is the biggest organ that it impacts. Also, it impacts your thinking, feeling, and your behavior. It looks after all the various organ systems in the brain, and so it empowers you to have a very focused attention. All the distractions fall away, move away, and there is that inner direction, the guiding light that moves from this chakra. But we don't have to get jammed again at this chakra. We have to move higher. In fact, this is the 6th gate. And this gate, when it opens up, it is only then that you can move to the 7th gate and go to your heaven. The 7th nerve center, which we will be looking at tomorrow, which is the Sahasrara chakra. It is also the most auspicious day tomorrow. So definitely tune in and meditate, because you will be working on the highest potential you're born with, which is your inner self-realization, Satya realization. And when you awaken that, your connection will be complete. You will have the energy circuit which takes you to the highest consciousness of your awakening. So beautiful to have you today at the 6th level, where you're opening up this door of perception which reaches you to the highest level. So as I told you, now the left moves to the right side and the right moves to the left side. So the left goes and creates your super ego over here, and the right creates your ego. And both these balloons, which kind of swell up over here and restrict the space for your Kundalini to rise, your energy system to rise, your primordial energy to rise, have to be absolutely dissolved. All right? So let us begin today. I hope you have your paper and pencil. I said please have it every day, and I hope you have a light element also with you. Keep it every day. All right? So today, let us first work on ourselves and introspect a little. All right? So in this introspection today, as we move our attention inwards, we are going to first look at the three ego blocks. What are the three things that you have fabricated, I'm saying, or manufactured or created about yourself, which is fictional ego that you created about yourself? You know, all the glorious praises which have made this nerve center swell up into a very, very hard kind of being. All right? So first think about three things, three aspects of your ego which are all the time making you suffocated. And also, when this ego develops, you know, people do not really like you. People isolate you. You know, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, when you think too much about yourself and you put all the others down, that whole game of domination begins, and you start feeling that everyone starts shunning you. They move away from you. Okay, let him be. He is like that. And why should we succumb to his great ego? Right? Those are the inner dialogues that go on. So let's find out what are the three blocks at the ego level which you have created. All right? So today, first let us take our paper and pencil and just become aware of them. This is an awareness exercise right now. We are not into meditation. So just close your eyes and visualize yourself as being seen and experienced from the other person's perspective. How do you appear to the other person? What sort of ego blocks pop up in your interaction with people? And with different people, maybe different blocks might be coming up and jamming you. So I'll give you this inner silence now for you to think about the three ego aspects of yourself. You may be arrogant, you may be feeling, oh, there's no one like me. I know everything. People have been laughing at Trump, Mr. Trump, who's become like the Humpty Dumpty who sits on the wall, and everybody takes their turn to prick his ego. Let's look at it deeply. And for a few minutes, I will not be instructing you, just remain in silence. If you discover a fourth aspect also, please write it down, as many. How you are with your daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, what ego pops up when you're interacting between children, with children, at your workplace. Fascinating. Just review your life. Look at it. Mr. Know-it-all. When does it come up? There are people who only keep talking about themselves also, all the time, boring everyone with this. Just observe that as well. All these aspects of you are so deeply entrenched that you don't even realize it. And therefore, you have to bring it to your conscious level. You have to see in the mirror of your personality creation, because we are here to create, recreate, and chisel, sculpt a beautiful personality at the end of it. Humble, pure, loving, energetic, not bogged down by your ego. You know, when your ego pops up, you make others do everything for yourself. Please do this, get this. You are like the queen or the king. Laugh at yourself. Yes, laugh at yourself. Great. So, have we covered this journey into our ego space? Yes? The big balloon. How we make a fool of ourselves with that ego. So, let's just be transparent, ourselves, humble. We don't need this ego, alright? That's the realization to have. And whenever it comes up, just surrender it. Just surrender it. You know what I do is, I just place my head on Mother Earth and say, Mother, please absorb all these unnecessary thoughts, feelings, and ideas I have about myself. And you know that Mother Earth just absorbs everything. And again, you feel complete and humble. Humility is the key. Great. Now shall we move to the superego? All the programming, all the conditioning, all that you created from your childhood, 3 years and above, the whole process of do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. That whole learning and constant figuring out starts. There is sometimes rebellion at that point of time. There is sometimes a deeper learning if you have that wisdom to realize later in life that I am becoming just conditioned. I'm not doing it with insight, intuition, and the truth about who I am. So, At this point, when you start getting conditioned, your intuitive ability gets jammed. All right? So, are we all ready to take a journey into this region? Yes. Let us now move to our super ego space. From the left, it comes to the right. Yes. All the past is programmed over here. Think about 3 aspects of yourself which make you behave in this automatic way, where you just do things without thinking. You're ritualistic about your religion. You wake up in the morning and you recite all your shlokas or your prayers or your various kind of actions which you go through during prayers. Become aware of it. Are you doing it with an understanding of the depth of that process? Or it is just something mechanical because you've been taught to do it that way. And you take it for granted. You've never questioned, you've never learned more about it. You just go ahead and do it in the most normal way. The word normal comes from the word norms, norms created by the society, all the pressures that you have. So now think about 3 aspects of your super ego which you are kind of programmed to create, recreate in your life. Think about them and write them down. Again, this is your inner introspection, and I leave it to you in silence to uncover this dimension of yourself. Yes, you can go deep into your childhood and see. And as I said, this space is like the pure space within you which you have to really, really care for. This nerve center is to be protected at all times. I'll tell you one important thing, and that is, it is written in the Bible also that you should always cover your Agya Chakra and so protect it at all times. You could have maybe oil, you can have the red bindi, which is the one that is the auspicious energy which moves out from this Agya Chakra and helps you also to keep the balance over here, that you don't topple over to your ego or super ego and remain in that inner space of humbleness. So as you realized that we have, without thinking too much about things, just got programmed. We have also become engineered or programmed like the computer. And we need to revisit these software that we've created inside and see how it is damaging us. Is there some kind of virus there? create the cleansing and move on. It's so precious. It's so precious. Remember, I told you this is the 6th gate. And if you clear this and cleanse this, you can then go beyond and ascend to your highest. So, today we are working on the most precious chakra. And I may be a little slow. I may be working also as you're doing it on your Agya chakra. So, excuse the speed and stay with it, because realizing the relevance, importance, and the highest abode you cannot reach till this nerve center is absolutely free and open. Rajutta, wonderful to have you. Namaste. So I hope you've got the 3 aspects of your super ego now worked out. Not to again go back and get programmed in a different way. All right? So awareness, awareness, awareness. Focus, focus, focus. Lovely. Now we move to the next aspect, and that is 3 people you need to forgive in your lives. There may be a long list, but right now let's at least think about 3 people whom you want to this morning just let go. Today, yes, let me ascend and free myself from all the kind of unnecessary clouding I've created within my headspace. Cleansing the headspace of these 3 people who have affected you. You could, even have more, 5 people if you like, all right? But sometimes I feel we have to fabricate a fake ego. Oh, wow. Fake ego. All right. The modern understanding also is something that we need to look at. I don't know how you can fabricate a fake ego. Maybe just getting angry and shouting at people, but not being affected yourself. Is that what you mean, Monish? Lovely. Good to share that. So, 3 people. Forgive, 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 forgive. Let go. All right? Let's just be free. Can we all agree to be free? Yes. Thoughts come of different people. And it will also come, the voice will say, I can't forgive this one. How can I forgive her or him? No way. But remember that it is your problem. Sheila, lovely to have you. It is your problem. And so you have to let them go, all right? You have to forgive them. You have to see to it that they do not bottle up your progress. It could be someone from the past, it could be someone from the present, it could be someone who is going to, you think, affect you in the future. Please forgive. Janido, just let him go. Let her go. It is very difficult sometimes. Yes, it is very difficult. But let go. Let us free ourselves, all right? I keep repeating it, but it's so important. And till I get the cool vibrations from all of you that you've really done so, I'm going to take it easy and slow, as I said. I'm going to dwell a little longer on this chakra. Receive all the blessings on this chakra. Make it steady and still. Let the element of air just flow freely at this chakra. Great. And when you finish, you go to yourself now. Let us look at 3 things or 3 events or 3 problems which you have not forgiven yourself for. All right? So, it's not just the shortcomings of others that you have kind of blocked this center for, but at the back, Agya, you block your own self. You are unable to sometimes forgive yourself. And you have therefore become like a solid rock. Whenever the situation comes up, you blame yourself, blame yourself, blame yourself. And the situation often comes up in your imagination, in your thought processes. Day-to-day life can create that review that comes up, or that sudden something happens in the environment and the whole full-blown event comes and disturbs you endlessly. Of course, in the mentally disturbed people, this nerve center is destroyed, as they have made themselves wrong in every way. Doshi, papi, all the time saying to themselves that you are a criminal, you are bad. How could you have done this? You're angry with yourself. And so, let go. Release this energy that has blocked you. Remember, I told you yesterday, the Vishuddhi chakra jams you at the neck level, and it then becomes a force which moves higher and higher. The interconnectedness of all the chakras, you realize. From the heart flows your fears, insecurity, hatred for someone, which goes and jams you up over here at the throat communication level, and then also you ascend higher and you find that still you blocked that person or event or thing, and you cannot forgive yourself. So let's say, for instance, you've been a stepmother and 2 children, yours and the other person. I've had a person come to me with this problem, and she just could not forgive herself that her treatment to the stepson was completely different from her treatment to her real son. And so this game that we play with ourselves at the center. Great. Now, are you ready to meditate? Today we shall meditate with Rag Bhupali. And it is Rag Bhupali, healing one, and opening up our Agya Chakra in a very spontaneous and normal way. So let us begin the process of meditation now. Place both your palms on your lap, open and faced upwards. Relax. Move into your inner space. Relax your whole body. See the depth of all the various chakras which are aligned in your spinal column. You started with your root chakra or Mooladhara. You received your wisdom and strength over here. You moved to the second chakra and you got creativity opened up. At the third chakra, your evolution, progress, and success. At the fourth chakra, love and compassion, and courage and confidence. At your fifth chakra, you received the blessings of effective and positive communication. And now, as we step into our Agya chakra, take your right palm, position it at the forehead region, cup it slightly so that your left Agya is pressured by the fingers and the right part of your Agya is being touched by the palm of your hand, the base of your hand. And the center is free as you've cupped it. The air has to pass through it. Wonderful. Now, the Kundalini Shakti, as it comes up to this nerve center, opens up the blocks at your ego and your superego, the left and the right. So, at the Agya chakra, you drop your head slightly. And become humble. Let all your head space get absolutely cleansed and clear. And over here, use affirm I forgive everyone. And you do it 3 times as the 3 channels cross over here. They become like a 3-petaled flower over here. I forgive everyone. Three times. Wonderful. The realizations over here are, oh guiding light, please open up my Agya chakra. Please absorb all the forces which block it, that my ego and super ego be completely surrendered and let me move to the thought-free state. Let all the thoughts slowly move away. Leaving me with purity, compassion, kindness, make me innocent like a child. Humble and happy. Great. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Just let go, don't hold back. I know it is difficult to forgive, but you will unburden yourself when you forgive everyone. At this chakra, do not think of specific individuals. Just in general, forgive everyone. Lovely. As this chakra opens up, thoughts slowly leave you and your inner space, head space, is free from all the thinking, and there is silence. Now go to your back agya. Take your right palm and place it at the back of your head. Just visualize the cross section of your brain from your center forehead, right at the back, as it reflects. And at the back agya, you place your palm and let your head rest in the palm of your hand. And you are looking upwards towards the akasha over here, towards the sky. and freeing yourself from the past. You say, "Oh guiding light, please forgive me. Please forgive me if I have done anything consciously or unconsciously which is wrong. Any mistake. Just forgive yourself." Let it just move out. Let it flow out completely. Let it go. Let it relieve you. You might find a lot of heat coming out from that center, a lot of hot air or very strong cool vibrations when you release yourself. Yes, let the music work it out. Forgive, forgive, forgive yourself. And as you are forgiven by your guiding light from within, your inner being becomes spontaneous, natural, and opens up. And for a while now, let us place both our palms on our lap. And enjoy this inner silence. And just attune to the music. Open up that silver lining within of peace, protection, and complete silence. For a while, just enjoy the silence. Wonderful. Thoughts have left you, and inner peace and your light shines through. Great. Now slowly become aware of the outside environment. Move your attention outward. Yes. So you can tune into all the environmental sounds and things happening around you, and slowly you open your eyes and you acknowledge and bow to yourself. This is so precious what you've received today, the gift of being free. You will feel that peace, which is a qualitative shift in your inner being. Enjoy it and share it with everyone. Do not move into your ego space again and forget who you are. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. In the time of this disturbed state that we are there in, share this peace with everyone, share the love, and I realize that we can come together and receive the blessings every day, being peaceful and sharing the peace. May God bless you all. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you for letting us have this interaction every day. And remember, as I told you, tomorrow is a very special day. It is the Sahasrar day. It is the day when your seventh nerve center, the Sahasrar, was actually opened up for the universe by Her Holiness Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi. And so tomorrow we all meditate together and create all the blessings in our lives for our spiritual enlightenment. May God bless you all. Absolutely be free and enjoy like little children and realize the beauty of yourself. Om Satya Om. Take care and love you all. Please send your feedback, how you felt today after the meditation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. God bless you.